Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Uh, Fairy Tale Discussion, that's going to go up tomorrow. That's how I'm going to play it. Okay. Episode 20, Guilty Crown. Wow, we only got 2 more episodes of this show. Unbelievable. This one was called Remembrance, Diary Remembrance. This was actually an interesting one. A small portion of it was a flashback. Okay, we get in the beginning scene. We had Guy. Finally figured out that guy's name. Haruka's brother. I don't remember half of his name. Kato. And we get into the history behind, Kato and Shu's father and all this other stuff. So, Guy is talking to Inori. It's not Inori, by the way. It's Mana. Yeah, Mana. She was the original. She was part of Inori, and she must have been taken over. She took over. And she's like saying, "Oh, we'll have more fun, Triton." That's what she called Guy when he first appeared. Anyway, moving on. We get the gist, and in the beginning part of it, that was just the opening. Shu and everybody else, they're on the boat, and Guy's basically on, and he's talking to everybody around the world, saying, he's not going to have it. He's going to destroy everybody. He's going to send everyone to their deaths. They interfere. And basically, he announces that he's going to initiate this on December 25th, which is basically stating, oh, it's like Lost Christmas. So, and basically Shu's in there with everybody, and they're talking, and the girl, one of the people, the girl who was helping Haruka, she's there, and she's asking for Shu's help in the matter of this whole situation. And he agrees, well, not at the moment agrees, but what happens is actually somebody walks in. It's the guy who was part of the funeral parlor, who was a prisoner, and he gives Shu a diary. And the diary is of his father's diary behind everything that had transpired with the genome, void genomes, and everything. And from that point, we go into with Guy again, and he's basically that if Shu has a right to know about everything, and then Kato's there saying friend. And we also find out in this scene that this guy, Kato, is Guy's father. Not really biological father, but stepfather. He took him in. So then we go into a flashback, and we see, Kato, and Shu's father. By the way, Shu's father, kind of like a crazy guy, like one of those scientist guys that you would see, and very strange the way he operates. And he's basically doing research for this virus, this theory of selection and evolution and all this other good stuff. And it's just weird. And one time he wrote an essay that he showed at the college, and this is a big relationship between Kaito and Shu's father. Moving right along, he basically does this research on apocalyptic things and about the virus, and it's basically the beginnings of this virus. And basically, what we later find out, and at one point you see Mana as a child, and you see her, and then they discover the meteorite of this substance that can kill any living organism, which is the whole reason they get, the virus. And basically, we also find out the name of the guy who was in a couple episodes back, the blonde kid. That's you. And basically, and this is crazy talk, what was going to transpire was you wanted Mana was the Eve. That they were trying to initiate an apocalypse, an evolutionary train. It was all the talk they were discussing was something along the lines of something you would be discussing in Ava. That's what they were doing. So Mana was going to be the Eve, and she needed an Adam. And supposedly that Adam was supposed to be Shu. And basically he tells you no, he declines it. He doesn't want that to happen. And what ends on happening is he instead gets Kaido to agree with it. And he initiates this thing, this whole experiment of finding an Adam for Mana. And that's how we get the introduction of Guy as a child. So Guy was actually picked up first by Kaido. And moving right along, and by the way, Shu's father's name is Kuruso. He ends up marrying Haruka. And that's what transpires there. And we go from there with the talking of that to that with what was going on there, where we get moved. They skip a few years when talking about the past, and we go back to Lost Christmas, and we see what transpired between Kusuro and Kaido. And basically, he killed him because he wanted the glory of his research, and he didn't have it. And that was the whole premise of it. And then you see Haruka, and she sees what happens, and then the whole Lost Christmas happens, and that was basically what happened during in the past. But what was transpiring was they wanted to create an Eden. Mana and Shu, which says that was the whole point of that. Moving right along, we see Shu, he's going through this CAT scan, and Haruka's finding out what's, the story, and she says, that's your void, that you're taking everything in, you're taking the virus in, and so on and so forth. And basically, we end up seeing Shu's giving his voids, the voids back to Hiro and everyone else. And from there, they're ready to go. He's going to go with them to fight Guy and everything. And that's when we get this interesting scene. I finally figured out his other friend's name. Shota. Him and Shu with this kind of interesting crying kind of moment, so on and so forth. And from there, they get on the chopper, and he's actually trying to give away the voids he took. And the guy who gave him the diary, he's saying, he's like, wait, Shu, if you do that, how are you going to fight Guy? He says, I'm not interested in fighting Guy. I'm just going here to save Inori. And that's how things went on. And then they finally get on the chopper, and they're on their way home back. They're on the way to there. And then we get this interesting moment with Haruka. She says, you were always alone, Kuruso. And that's why he named his son Shu. And in the Japanese, Shu means in a group. So that was the whole sketch on that. And that's pretty much what happened. Hook, line, and sinker. I'm worried, though. I'm afraid. Oh my god, I'll be so upset if it happens. It looks to me Shu might die. I don't know though. We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. But I've been seeing, I looked at the preview, sketchy at best, because you see side of his face is being more infected by the virus. Oh man, crazy shit happening. But this is going to be the second to last episode, so look forward to it. This one, I'm going to give, nothing really happened, but we got a lot of information. We got a lot of information about this. I'll give this a 4 out of 5. Next one's got to wow me though. It's got to really wow me for me to give it a higher rating. But this was a good episode. Moving right along. Like I said, I'm a little worried because it seems to me Shu is going to his death. That's the way I see it. I'm sorry if it seems weird, but that's what I feel. And he's marching to his own funeral by doing what he's doing. But at the same time, I don't think so. I think he is. Half of me saying he is, and the other half is saying he isn't. Because the other half is saying, wait a minute, Inori's still here. He's not just going to abandon her, just die and have her live on. It's stupid. Fortunately, we don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. This has been Bonkai922. See you guys later. This was a very good episode. A lot of interesting information. It looks to me like from the past, the whole premise of the Lost Christmas and the apocalypse, that was to enact evolution. So sort of like Eva. Interesting. Good on you, Daiji Productions. See you guys later.